Hi Virgo, welcome to your general reading. Just to let you guys know and tip you off, I am now offering personal Zoom call readings 30 to 45 minutes. So make sure that you visit BrattysTarot.com to check that out. Now, I'm going to be doing a Celtic Cross reading for you. I'm going to be taking a bird's eye look at your life, past, present, future, outcomes, advice, subconscious, etc., things of that nature. Keep in mind that this is a general reading. What does that mean? That means that this could be reversed. I could be picking up on your boss, your ex-lover, your current lover, your best friend, etc. So keep that in mind, okay? Show me Virgo. So Ace of Swords here for what's going on in your current energy. It seems like you're having a lot of clarity in regards to a situation, or maybe you're wanting to talk. Hierophant for your challenge, possibly needing to be more spiritually aligned, or maybe needing to learn something new, wanting to learn something new, or it could be around a commitment. Recent past, Ace of Pentacles. Looks like a financial or career opportunity or a relationship opportunity. In your near future, Three of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in, waiting on the good stuff. The Empress for what's going on in your mind. So, this could literally be about you being a mother, or maybe your own mother, or maybe you got a baby mother, okay, whatever it is. Or this is really talking about your sense of self-worth, self-value, things of that nature, what you can do to take better care of yourself and respect yourself, really. Two of Swords for what's going on in your subconscious. All right. Maybe not being really sure what the right decision is in regards to something, or possibly avoiding something. The King of Wands for your advice. Be confident. Five of Swords for somebody that you're dealing with. Capricorn's person kind of had this energy too. Five of Swords. All right. So this could mean a lot of things. This could represent somebody who's seeking revenge. Could represent somebody, who wants to win at all costs. Somebody who feels like maybe they lost in a situation. The Seven of Pentacles for your hopes and or fears, wanting to make the right decision, wanting to invest your time, your energy, your money, whatever it is, into something that's viable for you. The Page of Cups, Capricorn had this. Page of Cups for your outcome here. So probably love, a love offer of some sort. So tell me about this Ace of Swords for Virgo's current energy. Hey guys. This is a live appropriate input. The Judgment, Capricorn had this. These are different decks. Okay. It seems like you're very clear in regards to your path. The Fool. The Six of Swords. The Hierophant. The Eight of Swords. After a while of trying to figure out what it is that aligns with you, or what kind of commitment you want, whether this is being committed to a person, or a career, or something that maybe even you want to learn, I don't feel like you're really confused anymore. With that Ace of Swords to the Judgment, this talks about being very clear in regards to what it is that you want, like for your path, but you're realizing that you kind of have to let go of something else, or you got to kind of leave your baggage at the door if you want to carve this new path for yourself. And it feels like you're okay with this. It's like you're waking up to something that it's like you've been asleep for a long time, and it's like you just woke up like out of a coma. Tell me about this Hierophant for Virgo's challenge, please. Hey, Tamika, baby. The Four of Cups. Okay. The Two of Wands. The Nine of Swords. So this may be going back to old habits. I heard old habits die hard. Now, you have this Two of Swords in your subconscious, and I saw that Eight of Swords next to the Hierophant. Now you have the Hierophant and the Nine of Swords. So clearly there's some anxiety, frustration, nervousness around either being in a commitment that you have had, a commitment that you're in, or just something maybe even that you want to learn, something in regards to your path. Maybe you're on a very spiritual path, but it's like, why is that Four of Cups there? It's almost like the Five of Wands. It's like you're fighting with yourself. Because I feel like you're not sure. I feel like you're sure now, or you're getting there. But then it's like reverting back to that old mind frame of what if, or it can't happen, or no, that's not it. Well, does it align with you? How does it make you feel? Are you feeling negatively about it because of somebody else's opinion about it? Or is this really something that you just don't believe in? Or are you allowing your mind to be your worst enemy, really? Because that's the thing. I made a song called The Enemy. It's kind of about that. You'll get it when you hear it on the 12th. Shameless plug, thank you. 6 of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. That's you. For some of you, this is something that you've wanted since childhood, really. Or this is like, you know, could be like a past life thing that you're carrying. Maybe you didn't finish your mission in a past life and now you have to do it here. You know, it could be something of that nature. But it's like something that you think about often, that you want to work towards, but your anxiety starts to creep back up and you go back into old behavioral patterns of not believing in yourself or getting scared or, you know, getting in your head. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles for Virgo's recent past, please. The 8 of Wands. I feel like this is, yes, it's communication, but it also feels like determination. 9 of Cups, Page of Cups. Okay. The 5 of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Okay. So there was this opportunity in the past, okay? Now, I'm going to just assume that you're this 9 of Cups. Of course, this could be somebody else that you were dealing with in the past. There was an opportunity that somebody gave to you, you know? And I feel like it looked like it had commitment potential of some sort or long-lasting potential. And you were giving to it. You were giving to it a little bit, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like you were just fine on your own. So it's like there was a little bit of giving to it, right? You were opening up emotionally and all of that, and you were, you know, determined to kind of share your world with somebody. But I feel like behind that was a fear of abandonment. Even looking for things that weren't really there. But that's when the mind plays tricks on you. Because your past starts to create a reality after a certain amount of time for your future or what's going to happen. Well, it makes sense. That's how the mind works, right? We go based on past experiences. But then there's a point where we can go through so much that we start seeing things that aren't necessarily there or assuming the worst because, well, it's happened before. And there may have been a little bit of that going on there at some point. Okay? I'm not saying you were wrong, but somebody here definitely had some fears. And it's like looking for those, like something to confirm those fears, whether they were really there or not. The Empress for what's going on in your mind. I need a bratty stalker. No, you do not. No, you do not. The 5 of Cups. Queen of Swords. King of Pentacles. The Lovers, the 8 of Cups. Something made you feel bad, and you think about it all the time. You think about how you may have dimmed your own lights to make somebody else feel comfortable, or how you may have sabotaged yourself by maybe you gave too much and didn't really get much back. Maybe you were constantly giving to yourself, or giving to somebody and giving to somebody and giving to somebody, and then it's like you were left with nothing and they didn't care. And there could have been a third-party situation in regards to whatever this is, and this person could have left you for somebody else. And just being real with that Lovers, that 8 of Cups, the Empress, the Queen of Swords, and that King of Pentacles. And it made you feel like shit. And I think that you think about it all the time. And even if it wasn't a third party, there was somebody here who kind of lowered your self-esteem. But remember, it's called self-esteem, not their esteem, right? So naturally, those things affect us, right? Especially initially when these things happen to us. They'll affect our sense of self, how we look at ourselves, you know, on a day-to-day basis, how we look at ourselves in the mirror, how we look at ourselves from an emotional standpoint, and then we feel bad, right? But there needs to be a barrier there. It kind of reminds me of the Star card or Aquarius, the water bearer. Now, the water bearer Aquarius, right? I love that card because it kind of depicts it. But Aquarian energy, right, takes the knowledge from the river, right, and has it in this vase and carries it to share with the rest of the community or the world or whatever it is. But the reason why it's in this vase is because there's a separation there. There's discernment. There's a little bit of a detachment, right? And I feel like there needs to be that vase between other people's opinions of you or how they treat you and how you really feel about yourself. The Three of Wands for your near future. Oh, thanks, Carmen. I really appreciate that. The Ace of Pentacles. Okay. You got a similar opportunity coming in that you had in the past. Queen of Wands. It's making you feel good. Ooh, the Five of Swords. This is somebody you're dealing with now. Oh, no. Ooh, Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Virgo, Virgo. For some of you, you're waiting on somebody to walk away from a third party. And you're waiting. You're waiting for the opportunity, but you're not just waiting for the opportunity. You're waiting for the opportunity, Queen of Wands, to feel confident again. But you're waiting in vain. You're waiting for somebody else to validate you. You're waiting for that message just so you can get that, that feels good. You know what I mean? Ha, I knew it. I knew they wanted me. It's like that sense of validation. Why do you need that? Where does that come from? Because it's still creeping back up in the future. And I think what pisses you off so bad is that you were just fine before they came around, and then they came around and made you question yourself. But was it really a loss? Was it really that bad that they made you feel this way? Because if it affected you on this level, then that means that there was something there that was wounded, right? It's like we have these wounds that we carry through childhood, throughout our teenage years, throughout our 20s, our 30s, our 40s, our fucking 70s, really. And we just like to tuck them away and, you know, hide them with our long sleeve shirts and walk around like we know what's what and what's going on. And it's like, okay. Then somebody comes around, they lift the sleeve, they stick their fucking finger in the wound, and we're like, oh my God, why did you do that? I can't believe you did that. Well, it was there. You're not going to treat that? You're not going to put some hydrogen peroxide on it, some Neosporin? You need to look at those things as opportunities to challenge yourself to find that deeper sense of healing within you. It's an opportunity. And this is not me harping on you. I'm saying this because I'm trying to help you. The Two of Swords for what's going on in your subconscious. The Seven of Cups. The Queen of Cups. Okay. The Knight of Cups. Oh, Virgo. Chariot, Hierophant. I think that sometimes we wonder why we attract emotionally unavailable people, right? It's like, God, they were so emotionally unavailable. They were so emotionally unavailable. They didn't open up about their emotions. Okay. Are you maybe a little emotionally unavailable? I found myself committing to people that were cold and detached, and found myself running away from people who were transparent and open. And just for me personally, that comes from my fear of being vulnerable, right? That's scary, for me. That's one of my wounds. Don't poke at it. I'm trying to fix it, right? But it's like you're feeling in your subconscious, well, if it's not that person, it's like not even looking at the rest of your options, right? Or it has to be that specific kind of person. Does it? You sure? Huh. Do you ever wonder, like, when you're walking around and you're doing your thing, and maybe you're walking around, the city, and you're going to Starbucks and you're looking at your phone, you keep checking, did they look at my story? Did they text me? And I wonder how many soulmates or potential suitors, or even friendships really, that you could have come across that would have been felt more welcome to say hi to you without you and your phone waiting on this other person that was detached and emotionally unavailable and made you feel codependent because you have that wound or whatever it is. I wonder how many people you passed waiting on that one. And the thing is that sometimes we are addicted to the pain. We are addicted to the trauma. Because having a trauma bond with somebody, it creates the same type of chemical response in your brain as if you were to do cocaine. Because the thing is that when you have somebody that, let's say they love bomb you, right? They love bomb you and they love bomb you and they make you feel like $1 million, and then, oh my God, and then you become so reliant on that source of validation, right? God, it feels so good. It feels so good. And then they pull away. And then what happens? You start thinking, God, what did I do? Am I pretty or handsome enough? Am I good enough? Did I say something? And then what do? You work extra hard for that hit, right? You work extra hard for that hit because it's creating that chemical response in your brain as if you are addicted to drugs, but it's being addicted to the pain. King of Wands for your advice. They did that experiment with rats. We're not very different than rats. True story. 3 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. The 3 of Swords. And there's the pain. 2 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Okay. There's a moment where you have to really look at yourself and ask why you're trying so fucking hard to make someone like you, love you, to make them see you in the way that you want to be seen. Yeah, maybe they come over, maybe they blow your back out, or maybe you blow their back out, or, maybe they hit you, once or twice a day, talk about, hey, how you doing at 2 a.m. or whatever it is, but it's like, is that what you want? Like, do you really have to do that much work just to get one of those little, rolled up, saturated napkins thrown in your wastebasket at 2 o'clock in the morning? You know what I'm saying? How hard do you really need to work? Because you deserve love. Everyone deserves love. But you're breaking your own heart by thinking that you need to be something than you already are. And you need to figure out where that comes from. It's that wound under the sleeve that you keep trying to hide, maybe, or pretend like it's not there. Even hide from yourself. 5 of Swords for somebody you're dealing with. The 6 of Cups. The Justice. The 9 of Wands. The Ace of Swords, the Magician. I'm just going to be straight up. For some of you, this person's out for revenge with that 5 of Swords and that Justice card. I'm just going to be honest with you. Okay? For some of you, this person like wants to get back at you for whatever reason. Can you just clarify the Justice card? The 8 of Cups. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. For some of you, this person, I feel like this is exactly what it is, if I'm going to be honest. For a lot of you, this person is manifesting communication from you, and I'm going to tell you why. It's not, you know, and you can shoot me, you can hate me, you can curse at the screen, you can unsubscribe, you know, be like, fuck you, Bratty, you know, and I would totally understand, okay? But I need to be honest with you as my responsibility as a tarot reader, as your tarot reader. This is somebody that may be manifesting communication from you because they're trying to seek revenge and get your attention just to walk away. Just so they can walk away and feel good about it. Seriously. Okay, especially if you've walked away from this person in the past or something had happened between the two of you, just putting that out there. I do very much feel that that's what it is. Like, it's that, because that 9 of Wands is right next to it, which is like, haha, coming out on top. 5 of Swords, trying to win at all costs. 6 of Cups, you. It's you that's on their mind, thinking about you. Justice, 8 of Cups, Ace of Swords. This is like somebody manifesting communication so that way they can walk out on you in the end. To make themselves feel better. For whatever reason. To feed their ego. I don't know. The 7 of Pentacles for your hopes and or fears. The Tower. The Ace of Cups. I knew it. Okay. I knew it. 7 of Swords, 7 of Wands. 7, 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. Change. Change. You're afraid of change. You may think that you're not afraid of change, but it's showing up. Your hopes and or fears. With that 4 of Pentacles right behind it, you're fearing change. You feel like your back is up against a wall. Or that's what you're afraid of. You're afraid of either being put in a competitive situation or afraid that you're going to have to fight for a spot that you've invested so much time and energy into with that 7 of Pentacles because of the Tower. It's like you're afraid that someone's going to take it away from you. You ever seen a poor person eat? Like, I'm talking about like a real poor person. Like, I'm talking about the people that are starving so much that, like, their bellies are, like, pot bellies. And, like, but their arms are, like, have you ever seen, like, a real... Because they're afraid it's going to get away from them or they're not going to have it, right? Because they've had to live in that or something's always been taken from them or whatever it is. And this is going back to this past where you were perfectly fine. Right? You're perfectly fine. You're doing fine on your own. And then boom, something came in, fucked up your shit, rolled up your sleeve, stuck their finger in your wound and made you look at it. You know, took away that happiness from you. Or that false sense of, you may have thought you were, but there were things going on under the surface. And this is going back to these patterns where we start to feel like it's going to happen again. You know, this is like I was talking about how you have these patterns or these experiences in your life where you feel like, you know, it's, oh, well, that's going to happen again based around, you know, your past, you know, which is understandable. That's how the mind will work for you, really, or against you. And it's once again that fear of investing so much time and energy and everything and money or love or whatever it is into a person or a place or a thing, and then feeling like just taken away from you like that, and then Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, having to start all over again. But that's what you're doing right now. And you're consciously aware of it, whether this is an internal thing or an external thing. Isn't that what you want, Virgo? The Page of Cups for your outcome. Three of Wands. The King of Wands. The Chariot. The Hangman, the Hermit. You start to open yourself up a little bit more. And the reason why is because you've started doing the healing. With that Hangman and that Hermit, you're looking at yourself differently. A piece of you is dying on the floor right next to you for you to see it. But you're okay with it. And there's that star we were talking about. Because you've detached yourself. This is like carrying around a dead ligament that's turned black and blue at this point. Kind of like Dumbledore in Harry Potter. Where it's like his hand is like turning black and it's like, all right, buddy, it's like time to get rid of that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and you're seeing that now. And it's causing you to open up your heart a little bit more emotionally confident, and that confidence you are waiting for comes right in, like the Chariot. Can I get a guided message for Virgo? So at the bottom of the deck, you have the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. So remember that person that you were, like, when you were little and, like, before all the dumb shit happened? Like, you know, before Susie told you that you were an ugly bitch, or, you know, before Martin rejected you in the 6th grade, or, you know, before some assault situation or whatever it is. Remember that person? You forgot about him or her somewhere down the line. You tried to cover up your wounds under long sleeve shirts and pretended like you weren't bleeding. And that's where you could do yourself the biggest disservice. Really. Water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Take care of yourself, Virgo. It's a long month. And you can't hide those wounds forever, you know what I'm saying? Because if you do, they're going to eat you alive. Virgo, it was a pleasure to read your cards. If you would like a personal one-on-one call with me for a personal reading, make sure that you visit www.BrattysTarot.com. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up, as well as hit the big red subscribe button. Also, make sure that you're following me on Instagram and Twitter as well. I love you, Virgo. I'll see you over at Taurus's reading. If not, I will catch you next time. I love you. Bye, guys.